character that sparks joy. So I don't think much about Wario, to be quite honest.
Uh, not the hater energy.
I'm not saying it's not hater. It's simply
Oh wait, I see what's happening here.
dislike.
I see what's happening here. You can only perceive Wario for 5 seconds at a time because that's how it is in WarioWare. That's what you're saying?
True.
Yep, I got
Really,
it.
yeah. Because that way I don't have to perceive him. I can perceive the rest of his little friends. It's shocking that man has friends with his personality.
Yeah, and he's like apparently actually kind of a good friend.
So
To at
it
least
would
some of
seem
them in those
an
games.
okay boss. An okay boss. I feel like he doesn't pay health insurance benefits, but that's for him and the union to decide. However, we are going to go right into Alex and Morden. Morden part of the Koopa Kid union with Bowser, so we are keeping it right on theme.
Yeah, this is cool. I have seen both of these players. Actually, I believe both at Cap Clash.
I
Goodness,
believe-
Wrecking Ball absolutely shredding through these dirt blocks. That's why we don't build with dirt.
Absolutely. And just going to keep Mr. Thugs out. Actually, that's A9. So we're just keeping A9 right out with those amazing options there.
Wow, and you see the reference to the current discussion about Bowser Jr.'s place in the meta with the in-game tag.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
I've always been a junior. I'll be honest, not a believer, but a junior mid-tierer. So seeing a lot of conversation for Bowser Jr. feels a little bit more gratifying. Like, I like being proven wrong. Oh!
I love that Mr. Thugs deciding to land on the platform just for a split second just to be able to refresh the resources and keep the edge guard going. And just like that, Morden Koopa edge guarding Alex in Smash Bros.
I know I said it as a joke, but I low-key am starting to believe that Junior is a top tier with just how amazingly Mr. Thugs is playing here.
Oh, okay, didn't get the DI quite right. But, I mean, these Koopalings have confirms. Just not finding that one
They sure
at
do.
this point in time.
It seems as though A9 both knows how to DI that properly, and it seems as though that we are getting just a little bit out of the percent window for them to connect.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Thugs
Ooh.
using the pretty limited armor on the side B to get through the multi-hits of the F smash. And then promptly get an F smash. But
Right.
different situation.
Yeah, that was just a really good punish there by A9.
Side note, micro interaction. I like that the side B does some damage to the crafting table, but then you can just jump. So you can like do some damage to the crafting table without really like changing what you're doing. It's like I probably wanted to side B hop anyway in neutral. That's pretty low percent perceived to be dying center stage, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Low key, 125.
at center stage, but it was off the top. You do have to keep that in mind. That was off the top.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Unfortunate trade there for A9. Of course.
Ooh, that
once
was a beautiful use of the Koopa, the Mecha Koopa there, to punish A9 sitting in shield.
Great recovery too. That looked like a very sad off air dodge off stage.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
So he
sadly,
bonks
mildly mistimed.
the okay.
There!
Wow.
That
You know what?
hitbox.
I feel like we could have freeze framed there and been like, all right, 1 or 2. Like, who wins this interaction?
We would have both said the Steve wins that. Wow.
I think like if you break it down, like Bowser Jr. would have like Morton would have been noticeably in some sort of like hit stun animation.
Oh, absolutely.
If
Yeah, that.
yeah, it's funny because like Alex isn't reacting basically, and you just see the minecart and you go, minecart strong, minecart wins,
Minecart
right?
good. Sadly,
Yeah.
Bowser Jr. is already in his own minecart at that moment.
In a way.
Oh, it's
Hold
Levy's
up.
turn.
Okay, we're getting a little zany with it.
Everyone gets a little bit of time. That it is part of Morton's union lunch break.
Pyramithra.
Oh yeah. Now we are going into FD here, and this is looking to be a really good stage here for A9, and just being able to force Bowser Jr. to try and jump over and get through the walls. and not have as much platforms to assist in that.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah, like, what use do we have for platforms when we can make our own?
Absolutely.
But still very
We're here in the
relevant.
future. The future has our own platforms.
Can we talk about? I'm just discovering all sorts of things tonight. Lemmy has his tongue out when he's in the minecart. Command grab.
Does he? Oh yeah, he does. I had to look there. That's
it looks
cute.
pretty silly.
Ooh!
Amazing trade there for Mr. Thugs.
Absolutely, going for a deep edge guard to go and secure that stock, and punishing the missed grab with their own grab, but not getting much else off it.
Okay, great tech. I mean, I see comments in chat. I'm inclined to agree big time that Mr. Thugs is just so good into the Steve matchup.
I'm sorry. There was so much shenanigans happening on screen that I just sort of paused. What was happening?
A lot. I mean, I cannot believe A9 wasn't able to get a punish there from Lemmy forward smashing the crafting table, extending the hitboxes. Mr. Thugs absolutely running away with this.
Yeah, A9 shaking his head a little bit, well aware that this is looking to be like a little game set match. But but we are still playing a top tier character. This is still very possible. It just, as of right now, Mr. Thugs is running away with this.
Oh my, that was the weirdest trade I've seen.
That's like the
life.
second time that's happened.
Well, but the fact that like the Koopaling doesn't actually go up in the air in that interaction is so strange. Okay.
So there's a lot of, these are both wacky Looney Tunes characters. So watching them go up against each other feels like a little bit of a trip, you know?
Yeah, it really does. They're just kind of like, they grabbed different objects out of the kitchen for their movesets. And just catching the normal get-up with back air.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy there.
Yeah, we don't have to get too fancy here. But that was still, like, game overall, a very beautiful work by Mr. Thugs. There was so much going there. It really made Steve look like a mid-tier with just how commanding Mr. Thugs was.
Put it on Twitter. Leading Luminary says Steve's the mid-tier.
I would happily co-sign that, to be quite honest. I think Steve is very good, but I do think Steve players need to be humbled. I feel like they're,
by the way,
a little too confident with their tier list status.
That's fair. But for a little bit of context, there were 8 Bowser's Jr. in, what was it, top 64 of a recent major tournament. I'm blanking on, it was not Battle of VC, but yeah, like Junior has results is the bottom line.
Yeah.
And recent. Can we also just talk about forward air? Look at that. Like, such a good tool for dealing with minecart. That's still so crazy. Was able to kind of just like hop out of the way. I don't even hate A9 going for a grab.
Oh, not at all. It sadly was just a bit of a snowball there by Thugs. So, best player won.
Yeah, and you really did see the matchup knowledge, the matchup awareness.